Every single day, we are moving closer and closer to realizing the potential of a $1 Terra Luna Classic. Let's cover what's happened recently and what we could expect to see going forward over the next couple weeks. Now, the first thing that we have to cover is that the price of Terra Luna Classic currently is up roughly 4% over the past 13 hours. If we actually look at a longer term horizon, over the past couple days, Terra Luna Classic price is up almost 11%. We have come to surpass the $1 billion market cap that we seem to have been teetering on the past couple days, and this is mainly due to the wider crypto markets moving up. You can see Bitcoin up 11%, Ethereum up 9%, a lot of other cryptocurrencies up dramatically today as well. We've been seeing a lot of great news for the Terra Luna Classic community as well. For example, this post by LUNC Army, the project manager for the L1 task force, said that excited to see version 1.0.5 is live now. So if you don't know, version 1.0.5 just went live recently, and that's a massive upgrade to the Terra Luna Classic network. And we're also seeing over here on Station a couple different proposals that are put up by Ed Kim, these 3 proposals right here. And these proposals look like they're going to pass so far. We are early in the voting period, so we're a little unsure as to what's going to happen here. So be sure to stick around and make sure that you actually vote on these proposals. You can go in here, and if you click on this button up in the top right hand corner, you can actually vote, and this would override your validator's vote. So it's really important to make sure that you get in there and make sure that you vote. We also recently saw a signaling proposal for the Terra Luna Classic USTC repeg. And this is so important because we can start seeing the steps being made to see a USTC $1 repeg, which brings so much utility and just so much interest back into our ecosystem. And if you're getting value out of this video, please consider subscribing down below so you don't miss another video just like this. Now, unfortunately, we do need to have a little bit of a serious conversation here. I've seen quite a few people bring up the point that we have all these proposals going on, all this forward momentum that seems to happen, but we keep falling back down. And you can see by this chart that's zoomed out, if we go back to December, for example, you can see we have the price of Terra Luna Classic kind of falling back down. We have the price absolutely spike back up. And then, oh no, we hear about the Terra Rebel situation, price drops back down. Then we get the new L1 task force, price goes back up. And then we hear, oh no, Binance is going to stop their Binance burns, price drops again. And then the L1 task force starts making momentum. You can kind of see where this is going. We tend to go 2 steps forward, 1 step back in the Terra Luna Classic community. And so while the price is moving up and down over time, it's really important for us to remember that the Terra Luna Classic momentum is serious. We have made massive movement over the past couple months. We now have the L1 task force. The L1 task force has implemented a bunch of different upgrades. We're starting to see cross-chain functionality for the Terra Luna Classic community. And so while yes, the price of Terra Luna Classic is going to move up and down over time, that's natural. That happens in any investment. Any cryptocurrency does something very similar to that. But it's important to note and look back. Where were we in November? Where were we in December? And see, hey, we've actually made dramatic improvements over the past couple months for the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. The Terra Luna Classic burns is a great example of this. We're coming in close to 40 billion Terra Luna Classic burn, and we're making massive progress, right? We had a Binance burn back at the beginning of December, and we haven't seen one since, but even without a Binance burn since December, we've seen our Terra Luna Classic burns steadily continue in an upward trend. And so yes, we're not burning as much Terra Luna Classic as we want to right now, but it's important to remember that as we look towards a long-term Terra Luna Classic outcome, we're still moving forward. And it might be at a slower pace right now, but it's possible in the future that this pace could dramatically increase. For example, once Binance actually burns their Terra Luna Classic come March 1st, this average daily Terra Luna Classic burn could potentially go from 120 million to 200 million Terra Luna Classic per day on average. If you want to learn more about what that Binance burn could potentially actually be, check out this video up here, and I'll catch you all in the next one.